What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, I have to go ahead and put this video together today because I am shocked by how many people have been just completely finessed over by DICE, completely forgetting everything they have done to us in the past, not just with Battlefield 2042 from the very start of this game, but going all the way back to Battlefield 5 as well. All the things this studio has done to us, yet we forget it so quickly in a blink of an eye, just with one map being introduced into the game. Now, again, I'm not talking about everybody, so don't take this video too personally. But there is definitely a handful, a large portion of the community who have been just completely won over by this one simple DLC. And I always say this on my channel as well. There's nothing wrong with being excited about a game, but you have to be able to manage your excitement with a realistic mindset of the overall situation here. I'm constantly seeing from people that I'm being way too negative towards DICE. And I understand that, a lot of people don't want negativity, they want positivity, they want good things to come out of the Battlefield franchise. But you have to understand, we're talking about the same game that was literally just on its deathbed. I mean, Battlefield 2042 could not even average close to 1,000 players a day. I mean, indie-developed games can get a higher player count a day than Battlefield 2042. Okay? This game has proven to us that it's not a successful Battlefield title. It might be enjoyable in its own way. And again, everybody always says, JB, you're way too negative about this game. I don't understand what you guys are listening from my channel. I'm always positive when it comes to Battlefield 2042. All of these past videos where I have discussed Season 1, I have given positive critique. But it seems people don't like listening to the positive things. They only like listening to the negativity I say, and then they complain about the negativity without even, listening to any of the positive feedback I had. It's a weird cycle. It's a very weird cycle. But I have said many times in the past that I enjoy what Battlefield 2042 has to offer down to the base version. If you guys go back even to the beginning when Battlefield 2042 was in beta, I was praising the living hell out of that beta. I enjoyed the gunplay. I enjoyed the movement. It wasn't too shabby to me. I mean, Battlefield, everybody's always complaining about how fast it's getting, but it's always been on that, that change. Battlefield 5 completely started with it. Battlefield 1 tried to push in that direction when they started the slide. Then Battlefield 5 made the slide cancel even, crazier. And then Battlefield 2042, here we are with slide canceling, triple B hopping, They keep enhancing it. Now, I know some people are a little, iffy with that, but I've stated multiple times that I do enjoy it a little bit. It's nothing too crazy for me. I don't mind it. Same thing with the gunplay. When it actually works and functions, it's enjoyable. And I've said in every single one of these Season 1 videos that this brand new map that they introduced into the game, I absolutely love. Not just in Battlefield 2042, but when it comes to the whole overall franchise. I might even, later on after playing this map more, even consider a top 5 out of all the Battlefield maps I've ever played in the history of the franchise. It's that good. I really do enjoy it. I enjoy the outskirts of the map. It has a great flow. And also when you're inside the actual underground lab, it's just absolute bonkers. It's a very well designed map. I have said this so many times, but just because it's a good map does not mean that this has completely overhauled the whole game. Basically, what everybody is doing right now is telling DICE that this is perfectly fine to go ahead and wait 8+ months and give us one map. I mean, this update wasn't even supposed to be postponed. It was postponed because the developers weren't competent enough to put out a good product right at launch. So because it was a complete flop at the beginning, they had to push everything back, work on the game itself, and then 8 months later, they only have one map out to us. Guys, they have a whole team working on maps. Yes, there might be 300+ individuals, and yes, they might be frantically working on, the development of this game to make sure it's polished off. But they have a specific team for maps. Once again, we are telling EA and DICE that yes, it's perfectly fine to go ahead and make us wait. For other games, this would be considered like Season 2 or Season 3 by now. But no, we're going to start Season 1, like 8+ months later, and give you one map. One singular map. This isn't okay, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't normal. Why are we trying to normalize this activity in Battlefield? Nobody else puts up with that. I mean, Battlefront completely just backfired on EA when they try to pull this bullcrap stuff on their community. Call of Duty backfired. Vanguard, it released with like triple the amount of maps that all the previous Call of Duty games released because of how bad the criticism was from their community. So why is it for us, Battlefield, every year they're allowed to do this? We expect the games to release like utter crap. We don't expect them to release good anymore. It's normal for a game to release with tons of bugs when it's Battlefield? Why? What? Seriously, this is a very serious question. Why? This has been going on since the beginning of time in the Battlefield franchise, and not once have we as a community sat down and thought to ourselves, maybe we should stop getting broken games at launch. Maybe we should start getting full products right away, right out the gate, And back then it was a little bit better because we didn't have to go through live service. We had premium, so every single, map pack that came out, it was plentiful. We got a bunch of content, we got a bunch of things to play with. So even if the game didn't play, completely well, we still had things to grind for, which is what Battlefield 2042 needed, right? The game is still completely broken, still busted, still has tons of problems. We needed content. That's the only way that we can actually thrive here and get more playability out of it. And it's not premium, though. It's the free pass. So here we are with one map and a couple of weapons. One that's already from Portal. I mean, the AS Val is in Portal. The crossbow, I wouldn't even consider a primary. It's a freaking crossbow. And we get a smoke launcher gadget. I mean, that's not new content. And right now, even if you want to give DICE credit for some strange reason, regardless, even though they completely screwed up the mouse input, they refuse to put in a server browser for some stupid reason. They just don't want to add it in the game, even though it's one of the most crucial aspects of any Battlefield game out there. I mean, compared to other titles, Battlefield actually has, intense vehicles, intense helicopters, planes, tanks, a lot of cheese that can kill you. You want the best connection possible, but no, we had to put our faith in, EA to give us the best connection server. Even though DICE has given us one of the most dead products, I mean, like I said earlier, can barely even top 1,000 players, we are still allowing this to happen. We're still saying, oh, yep, DICE, you know what? Go ahead and keep this coming. Guys, this is the same team that told the whole community to go screw themselves when Battlefield 5 came out and we didn't like the direction that it was heading. And they said, yeah, if you don't like it, don't buy the game. Battlefield 5 was the community's final last stand. Everybody pretty much said, after Battlefield 5, 2042, that's it. If 2042 flops, it's over. And here we are, slowly giving this game more praise and more praise and more praise and more praise, even though the game isn't complete yet. People, this game still needs like 2 to 3 more maps until I would even consider it a full product, a game that has a full amount of launch content. And that's going to be a year later down the road. Like I said, this is only going to give EA and DICE more fuel to do the same exact thing with the next Battlefield title. That's all it's going to do. If EA can see that they can finesse a community, just like how Call of Duty does it, Activision sees that Call of Duty players will buy their game every single year regardless, so they don't put any effort, that's how Battlefield's going to be. If that's what you guys want, then so be it. But I don't want that future for Battlefield. I want Battlefield to get to a point where it releases with all the content that we want so we can play it over and over and over again without getting bored. I want Battlefield to release with barely any bugs, barely any glitches. How it is right now is how it should have been at launch. That would have been a much better launch, much more beneficial. The launch was so bad that people completely ditched the game for 3 to 4, even 5 months until they actually got a decent patch. And all of the patches leading up to that decent patch all claimed they were game-changing, and they did nothing. Have we forgotten? Have we forgot what happened to us throughout this whole cycle of this game? I remember every single day I posted a positive video about Battlefield 2042 in the beta. Every single time I praised that game, it was nothing but hate for me. I was an idiot. I was stupid. What do I know about Battlefield? I'm not a fan. I don't know what makes a good Battlefield game. And then here we are, all this time later, I finally fess up to my mistakes. I noticed that all of the changes that they made weren't actually good for the Battlefield franchise. I've also noticed the horrifying bugs and glitches. I mean, the full product of the game was worse than the beta. You tell me what game you've played where the full product is worse than the beta. I can't name a single one besides Battlefield 2042. And now, of course, I'm being too negative. It's like I said, guys, we have to put our foot down. Even if you, like I said, even if you want to respect DICE, even if you want to show DICE respect, it's still EA running things. EA is the head of all of Battlefield. And EA, for those who don't know, cooked up the disaster known as Anthem, and Battlefield 2042 is just as bad as Anthem when it comes to the launch of the game and performance. Not the core game, I'm just talking about how the game launched with performance and how it's slowly going to die. Anthem had a good concept, but just like Battlefield 2042, it lacked with performance, lacked with content, and guess what? That flopped, and it's done. They cut production on it. The same thing is going to happen here. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.